You should do a Lego animation for my book.
Sure, I can do that.
Alright, so you want to know how I went about creating my Lego animation for Jaan Malik. Well, I'll break it down for you, piece by piece. Step 1. Building your set. First, go to the Mechabricks website. There you can either search for a build you want to include in your animation or go to the workshop and create your own. Mechabricks allows you to easily customize the color and material of your bricks, and if you ever get stuck searching for something, you can also use the brick identifier online. Step 2. Importing. Okay, so you have your build, and now it's time to import it into Blender. First, you have to download the Mechabricks add-on that provides realistic shaders to your models. After that, you can import it into your Blender scene. There's one more thing you also need before you can start animating your character, and that's a rig. One I use is called the Epic Fig Rig, and it basically allows you to manipulate your character like a puppet. Step 3. Animating. Now then, you're finally ready to animate your scene. First, before you move anything, you want to set a keyframe with the I key in your keyboard. This essentially sets the initial position of your model. If you turn on auto keying, all you have to do is scrub through the timeline and move the model, and boom, you have an animation. I find that the easiest way to animate is to block out your key poses and clearly define your motion using stepped interpolation before switching to smooth. Step 4. Polishing. Alright, you finished your animation, but it's looking a little stiff and you want to take it to the next level. Well, there's a few things you can do. For one, you can alter the curves of the animation. You can do this by simply right-clicking and adding some ease in and ease out between your frames. If you want more precise control, you can go to the graph editor and edit the curves. Remember, the steeper the graph gets from left to right, the faster it moves. An additional thing you can do to stylize your animation is use a stop motion add-on to make it look a little more handmade. Step 5. Lighting. Nice, you're almost done. To give your render a little more light, I like to use an HDRI which provides realistic lighting to your scenes. After that, you can add your own lights to further define the lighting. Once you're done, you can export your animation. I like to do this as PNGs, that way if it crashes, I can simply export the rest of the frames from where I left off. If you want to add special effects to your renders, I recommend watching the tutorial of a guy named Citrine who explains in depth how to polish your render with New. Alright, that's a quick summary of my process. If this does well, I can try to make a more in-depth explanation. Anyways, bye.